Okay, so hi, today we're going to show you how to install a lock latch, and we're going to be fitting this to an aluminium frame, but it's very similar if you're fitting it to wood or steel or PVC. So first of all, let's show you the equipment that you need. First of all is a drill, a drill key and the drill bit. Then you'll need a pop rivet gun if you're fitting to aluminium or PVC. Then I'd suggest you get yourself a center punch. This is just going to allow you to make a nice little dint in the aluminium so the drill bit doesn't slide around on the aluminium frame. And then you'll need a hammer to hit it with, a pen to mark, and if you're fitting into steel or wood, then you'll need a screwdriver to screw in the one-way screws that we'll supply with the product. But before we proceed, let's show you the difference between the LockLatch and the PetLatch, and it's literally just the gap that you can achieve. As you'll see on the left here, we've got the PetLatch, which gives a slightly longer, wider gap, and then to the right of camera you'll see the LockLatch, which gives a smaller gap. That gives you an adjustable gap between 9 and 18 centimeters, and the PetLatch an adjustable gap between 16 and 24 centimeters. Then moving along, we've got the lock, that's that piece there, and the key that you use to engage the pin of the latch into the lock, and it will go into any one of the 4 holes that are on the lock. And then we've got some rivets which you'll need for aluminium and PVC, and the one-way screws. So today we're going to fit the lock latch to this sliding aluminium door, and what we'll do is we'll fit the lock just there on the door. Before we start, I just want to explain that the lock is set off center on the footplate. You'll see there, this gives you just a couple of mounting options, and you'll notice also that there's 4 holes in the lock into which the pin of the latch can fit. So first of all, just remove the double-sided tape on the back of the footplate and use it to position the latch, the lock, where you want it to go. And that double-sided tape will hold it in place while you mark it. Cut? You're rolling? Mm-hmm. Then just mark the drill holes with a pen, like that. Cut. So the lock's in position on the door, just held in place with a double-sided tape. Now drop the pin of the latch into the lock, slide the door up to the other frame, and there you can see automatically where you're going to drill the holes for the latch, and you can then mark those holes while it's in position and remove the latch, and then just take off the double-sided tape, pop that back in position, and just make sure everything's working nicely before you drill the holes, which, as you can see, it is. Cut. So first of all, I'm just going to now take the center punch and make just some little dints in the frame, just so the drill bit doesn't slide around, and I can drill quite accurately. Okay, so now you need to drill the holes. So then once you've drilled the holes, put the footplate onto the door frame. Okay, cut. So once you've drilled the holes, pop the rivets into place, and with the rivet gun just tighten up the rivets until they pop. And then the next one. Then do the same on the other side with the pop rivets there and there, and then the latch is installed. You just slide the door into place, take the key and tighten up the grub screw, and there you go. One door open but locked. Then finally, if you want to adjust the gap, you just unlock the latch and wind the threaded section in or out. You can see obviously how that works. You're winding it in at the moment to make the gap smaller, and then there you go, there's a smaller gap.